Visualize yourself graduating from college with a diploma in one hand and a debt statement larger than your first car payment in the other. For multiple students, this isn't an apprehension, it's the truth. College tuition has increased so quickly that millions of students are compelled to borrow additional money that they can never realistically reimburse. As an existing student, I comprehend the pressure and the anticipation that elevated tuition creates, and I've caught a glimpse of how it impacts classmates, companions, and families. Today, my objective is to demonstrate why lessening college tuition is not merely essential, but is critical. Reducing tuition will develop admission to schooling, decrease immense student deficit, and reinforce the extended term financial health of our country. Together, we'll look at the hardship, the influence it has on students and civilization, and the modifications required to make elevated education truly convenient for everyone. The expense of college has evolved as a severe obstacle for millions of students, developing a situation that evolves every year. Increasing tuition causes numerous scholars to put on a stupendous debt, causing it to be difficult to accomplish long-period financial resilience or follow influential professions. In Georgia particularly, lavish education has evolved increasingly inapproachable as financial assistance programs usually favor students from grandly revenue environments, leaving downward income, first generation, and pastoral students without acceptable help. As an outcome, multiple skillful students either collect overwhelming debt or give up on accompanying college completely. National data advocates this trend, established that price is the ultimate motive of why students quit following college, with 87% of ex-students declaring the economic pressure caused them to pull out of school. These stresses produce college more about financial viability than educational success, emphasizing a pressing necessity for significant reform. Without lessening tuition, inspired students will begin again to forfeit chances that should be within reach. Our powerful explanation to increasing expense of college is to develop state and federal acquisition in general universities. Analysis indicates that when states expand higher education budgets, institutions are slightly less probable to increase tuition, assisting to make college affordable for scholars. At the same time, colleges must decrease excessive executive spending, which has pitched in to growing tuition without presenting enhancing academic results. An additional important action is boosting grant-oriented financial support programs. Grants and scholarships deliver gift assistance, implying that students are not mandated to reimburse the money back, and it is particularly significant alternate for low-income and jobless people who cannot adopt extra debt. Federal, state, and institutional pensions can enormously reduce fees and improve passes for students who otherwise might not be content to pay for college. Together, boosted dunking, wiser spending, and available grant-based support request a practical and useful route to creating a lavish schooling inexpensive for all and everyone. If we create college to become additionally reasonable, meaning cheap or inexpensive, education would eventually come to be convenient to more societies and income statuses. Students would be content to finalize their degrees without an overbearing debt, decreasing the protracted term mental and financial pressure that student borrowers frequently encounter. Study reveals that student loan debt is intensely tied to inflated anxiety, depression, and additional opposing mental health signs, which means lessening expenses will develop healthier, more durable graduates. Families would also encounter smaller financial stress, enhancing their general well-being. Proof displays the elevated education directs to beneficial income, incredible financial protection, and powerful long-term home health. On a national on a nationwide ranking. Producing college to be reasonable would develop the qualified workforce, strengthening economic productivity, and opening pathways for everyone. According to the Association of Public and Land-Grant Universities, expanding the number of college graduates make the economy stronger by rubbing essential workforce demands and increasing all-around economic outcomes. By decreasing tuition, we build a fortune where people, households, and whole communities experience outstanding possibilities and long-term wealth. My action. Ameliorating college tuition is more than a financial topic. It is an effort toward producing a fairer, substantial, and a more encouraging future for everyone. Now it is the moment to take the motion. You can begin by endorsing legislation that sets in motion for softer tuition and boosted financial assistance. This incorporates signing petitions, reaching out to your local representatives, and expressing your sponsorship for your procedures that make increased education more cheap. You also have the ability to put forward recognition by utilizing your voice on campus and on social media as well. Assisting others comprehend how growing tuition carries recent and forthcoming students back. Ultimately, remain educated and entangled with student associations or community statuses that advocates for an expensive education. When we function jointly and take significant steps, we shift nearer to a civilization where college is convenient to all and not just the ones who can afford it or pay for it. Thank you.